Okay, we continue the class with a new topic, that is Django. Right? So what's the date today? I think it's 4th of February. And what is Django? Django is a framework which is used to generally develop a web application, right? We use to develop a web application, right? So whenever we require to develop Django application or web application, so we will use Django framework, right? In this Django, uh, we will first we will create a virtual environment, right? So before creating the virtual environment, we need to create we need to install the virtual environment. To install this uh, virtual environment, we need to write this short command, that is, suppose pip install virtual env for environment. So just write only this short command to install this virtual environment before before creating the virtual environment, right? You have to install that environment, right? So suppose this is the root directory. Suppose let's say that walnut evolve. This is a root directory in which we will create a virtual environment. Before creating, we need to install this virtual environment in that root directory, right? So just type that command, that short command, and make sure um, you are connected with the internet, right? So before executing this command, you need to connect with the internet, right? So after this, you will create a virtual environment. Just write that command, virtual env, right? And just give the name by which you want to create your virtual environment. Suppose let's say that uh, VENV, right? Virtual environment. This is nothing, just a name of virtual environment. You can give any other name, whatever you want to keep, right? So just create virtual environment. So we have completed 2 steps. The very first step is install virtual environment, right? In that root directory, install virtual environment by writing this short shortcut command, right? Short key. We will write this pip keyword to install any of library in this root directory, right? So we have completed our first step, and in the next step, we will create an environment, that is virtual environment. So we have completed it too, right? Virtual environment, and just pass or write the name uh, by what you want to keep your what you want to keep your virtual name, right? So I have passed virtual environment. VENV is nothing, just a name of your virtual environment. And the next step is we have to activate that environment first, right? So after making or creating this environment, we will create our project inside this environment, and um, let we will discuss after this, right? So first of all, execute our third step, that is activate virtual environment. Just write the virtual environment name. This is virtual environment name. Make sure the spelling should be correct by which you created your virtual environment, and backward slash, and just write a script. Make sure the first letter of this word script will be always in capital letter, right? So script, virtual environment, script, backward slash, and activate. This is the shortcut or short command by which you will activate your environment. So these three steps we need to uh, perform on this environment or to create this environment, right? So we have created or we have performed these three operations. After this three steps, we will create a project, which the name of that project can be anything, right? So suppose my project name is Walnut, right? So I have created a root directory in which we will I will create my project name in that environment, right? So I have created virtual environment. Remember that to create any of project or application, you need to create environment first in the root directory. This is my root directory, right? It will be referenced by root directory. Okay, what is it? Root directory. And in this root directory, I'll create my project, that is Walnut. This is the project name which I'll further uh, create my application in that uh, project. So my application name can be anything, just um, let's say wall new. Okay, till that step, uh, let's perform these operation on the practical session, right? Let's move on. So I have already shared my laptop screen, and um, to create or to perform all these operations, you need to open the um, CMD in your local machine. Just um, press window and R key at the same time, or you can go um, here by clicking on the Windows button and just uh, type CMD. Okay, so you will get the command prompt app. Just click on this and you can go with a shortcut key, that is window plus R, to press these two keys at the same time, window plus R, and you will go the run dialog box and just type the C and D. Make sure the spelling should be correct, C and D, right? So now click on OK button, and as you click on that button, you will be redirect on your command prompt, right? This is the Windows environment, right? So um, I have two directories in my local machine. Let me show you. So this is D and E, and I'm going to create my root directory in that folder, right? So this is local D. How to create my root directory? Just go into that folder by writing on by giving the name of that directory, right? So just write the name of that directory. Just pass the just write only the D capital letter or in a small letter, right? Just write only D letter, right? So I'm writing this D and applying the colon sign after this and hit the enter key. After this, you will be entered in this local directory, that is local D, and here I'll install or I'll create my root directory first. So to create my root directory, just type the command, that is mkdir. This is the shortcut command to create the directory, and space and give the directory name in which you want to just pass the name by which you want to create your directory name, right? So I'm giving here the name. Suppose I have created walnut evolve, right? This is my directory name. So you can take any other name as per your choice, right? So walnut evolve is my directory name, and now after that press the enter key, right? So a directory will be created in that local drive D. Let me show you. This is your root directory, which is an empty directory, right? Go inside it, and there is no even a single file, so you can see that, right? So after come back to the command prompt, and first you need to create an environment inside this folder, right? Inside this folder. So just go into that folder by writing this shortcut command cd and walnut evolve, right? So what happens, you will be entered in that directory, right? cd means change directory, right? And mkdir means making directory, right? So by writing this command, um, I'll be entered in this directory, and just hit the enter key, and you will be entered here. And now you will create uh, suppose virtual environment, right? So just install virtual environment first. I have already installed a virtual environment in my local machine, right? um, Now again I am showing you how to install it. Just type pip install and virtual environment, env, right? So make sure you are connected with the internet, right? So I am already connected with the internet. See this, right? If you are not connected, you will get an error, right? Now first or enter, and you will be searched that environment, and it will be installed into your local machine, right? So now create the virtual environment, virtual virtual environment, and give the name of that environment, that is walnut. This is my uh, virtual environment name, and hit the enter key, and you will see that your environment has been created. And let me show you in that folder. I'm opening that folder which I have created first. See, this is the folder in which uh, we have created virtual environment, and open this folder, and you will see that some folders listed here, and this is the very first folder, and uh, we will use it further. Um, this is the second folder we will use mostly, right? So script, and see this the name of that folder start with a capital letter, that is capital S, right? So now we have to activate that environment. Now we have completed our two step, that is we have installed a virtual environment, and the second thing is that we have created environment, and the third step we are going to on, right? So the next step is create virtual environment. Sorry, activate virtual environment. What is your environment name? Virtual environment name VENV. So make sure the spelling should be correct. If the spelling is incorrect, so the environment will not be activated, right? So it will be inactivate, right? So as you can see that deactivate. Now backward slash and just write a script folder, and I am repeating that the spelling should be correct, and the first letter of that script word, right, will be always capital in capital, and for backward slash, and now activate. Virtual environment will be activated after writing this command and hit the enter key. Okay, so what happened? Oh, I have created, sorry, I have created my environment by the name walnut, and I am passing VENV. So that's why that's my mistake, right? So walnut script activate, right? So this is the shortcut command by which we will activate our virtual environment, and now hit the enter key and see this. So the starting name walnut, so that means our virtual environment has been activated here. Is it clear? So now you are in the environment of Django. Now in this virtual environment you need to install uh, Django in the very first step, right? So this to install this Django, we need to write a short command, that is pip install Django, right? Make sure the spelling or the command should be correct. If it is wrong, you will get an error always, right? So now hit the enter key, and it will take some time, and after this the Django will be installed in that folder, and after this you will create your project in that environment, right? I'll show you how it's possible, right? So how you will create that command. Now to create your project, just write the command, that is suppose uh, suppose um, okay, python admin sorry, uh, Django admin, um, start project, and uh, pass the project name. What you want to keep your project name. Walnut, Walnut. This is my project name, and now hit the enter key. You will see that the project by this name has been created, right? So let me show you in that folder. I'm going to here. This is this is my this is my virtual environment name, and this is my project name. And in that project, create uh, I'll create an application, right? To create an application, we need to go inside this project, right? I have to come to here in that folder, in that project folder. This is my environment walnut, and this is my project name. So I'll go here, right? And now I'm creating my application first. Um, Python manage.py start app, and give the application name that can be anything. Um, Suppose so WAL is my uh, application name, right? And now hit the enter key, and you will see that okay, what what error has been generated here. Python manage.py start. Uh, let me see that. Okay, so I'll go in that project, right? So see this cd walnut volume. That in that folder, I'll create my application first. Python manage.py start app. Now, now my application has been created. See this in that folder. This is the outer project name, and this is the inner project name. Walnut. Wherever you create your project name, you will get the two folder, two same name folder, so that the one will be the outer folder, and another will be the inner folder name. These two folder will be the same, right? And in the outer folder, this is the outer folder, right? So outer folder, I'll create my application. That is my application first, right? So this is the um, inner folder in which we will register our application first, right? So now go inside it, and you will see that a file name setting, right? So click that file by by select that file and open that file into IDLE, and you will see that there is an statement that is application definition, and here you will register your application name. What is your application name? This is my application, WAL. So I will write here inside or surrounded by single quote WAL, and I'll also put the comma sign at the end of this before closing that square bracket. And now click on the file menu and save, click on save option, right? And you can save it directly by pressing Control plus S, right? That means these two keys you have to press at the same time, right? Now click on that option, or you can click by, you can save by shortcut. So I have saved this changes in that file, and now I'll create one more thing, that is template, right? Let's take an empty folder and keep that folder name template, right? This is my template folder name, and this is the template in which I'll create my all templates inside it, inside that folder. And before creating that that templates, I have to register with the same, within the same file. That is, here you will see that templates, and in the TIRS key, you will write the template name which you have created by name template, right? You will write that name here inside this square bracket surrounded by single quotes, right? So make sure the spelling should be correct. This will be the bridge. This will be the bridge of your project or application, right? So make sure the spelling should be correct. And now save this changes and create any of templates here. Now go inside it and take an empty file of HTML. Templates can be anything. It can be like image, or like any link, or anything like JavaScript and VB script. It can be a form, can be anything, right? So I'm going to create a simple form here, which will contain only the first name, last name, and some more information about it, right? So first of all, I'm taking an empty file, an empty file, that is it, right? Now I'm uh, copying short code from my notes, and you can simply write any of the code of HTML, right? So I'm copying this code from my notes and paste it here and save it with any name in that folder, right? Where you have to save it, just go to the application which you have created and go into the template, right? And give the file name, that is suppose log in dot with the extension dot html, right? So make sure you have to add dot html extension, and now click on that save button, right? So now the template's ready, and make some changes inside this file. Suppose login form, because I'm going to create a very simple form, that is login, where um, there will be two fields. Uh, the first field will be username and the second field will be password, right? So these two fields I have created here, and this this one I'm going to delete it. And now this very short and simple basic HTML. And what is it? This is the basic structure of the HTML, and in which I have created a basic program, right? HTML tag, and it is divided into two parts, that is head and body, right? So in the body tag, I'm going to design it with a form, that is username, password, input, and there will be a submit button. I'll enter these two information inside these fields, and I will click that button. As I click on that button, that information will be sent by the uh, web framework, and will be requested to the pages, right? So now save this program and close that file. And after this, create a view which is inside the file, view, and open this file inside it, and just write create your view, and you will be shown that there is a statement, create your views here. You can create your view here, and I'm copying my view here. So this is the simple view which I have created earlier, and I'm copying it from here. Why I'm copying from here? I can even write the simple code, right? So if I'm writing this simple code in that file, so it will take too much time to complete or to write a single code, right? So that's why I'm copying from here, right? And just delete this lines of code and paste copy text here, and see this. Now change the view name, that will be login, and change the file name in which the information will be stored. And this is what this is the application name, right? This is the application name. Sorry, this is the template name here. And now delete this line of code. Okay, so the time is over, and I'll continue that session